Hey guys, we are back again with another reaction, and this one was actually a request that's been on our comments for a while, so we're gonna check it out. Today we are doing SB19 First Impressions on Each Other on the Annyeong Korea Live special interview.
Where?
With Miss Kring Kim, by the way, which I love. I love her. I am a fan of her. I watch her vlogs sometimes. But I love her. And it's pretty recent. I think this was literally like January, I believe. So all I'm seeing is this thumbnail looking good. Ken dressed very well. These days, why do I sound like a Ken stan these days, to be honest? Anyway.
Hey, hands off.
I'm just, but it's because I'm always advocating for him to get screen time. That's all. I'm always
That is true.
where is Ken? Why are we not showing Ken? When I just need to focus on my priorities.
And your fashion is always Ken inspired, so.
Not always Ken inspired. Let it be known that I've always dressed like a hoe before we even start doing reactions. Let it be known. Okay? Good. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Let's get these first impressions.
Isa mo namin. Mabilis siya. First mo
Same.
namin. First sabi si Stel. Una ko po siya na-meet talaga. Inidol ako na po siya.
Who's that? I love
K-pop
you so
ko.
much.
Kasi di
I
pa po
hear
ako
it too.
nagpa-perform masyado. Parang hip-hop lang po ganun. Sobrang bait po ni Stel sa akin noon. Kuya pa po tawag sa akin. May respeto pa po si Stel sa akin noon.
You still have respect.
Pero ngayon wala pa. Hindi, joke. Ganun pa rin naman po. Sobrang nagalingan po talaga sa grupo nila. Na-inspire po ako hanggang sa, yun nga po, naging
Josh looks really, really good.
Hanggang ngayon naman po talagang yung first impression ko po sa kanya na magaling po talaga and mabait. Ganun pa rin naman po. Minsan na
Do you see a smile? Do you see a smile?
Minsan nangaaway.
Tapos si Ken, siya po, yung first impression ko sa kanya, yung parang super passionate po na...
Still a little loud, sis.
Kasi po, kinausap niya po ako eh. Sabi niya sa akin, Idol.
I know, I think so.
Idol Josh, gano'n po tawag niya sa akin yun, Idol Josh.
Idol
Sali naman ako
Josh.
sa ano nyo, pa-training naman ako sa grupo nyo.
Aw.
Kahit sa gilid lang ako. Opo, si Seyon.
Aw.
Pero nakita ko po sa kanya, passionate talaga.
That's so
Kaya nung kami po,
cute.
naghahanap din po kami ng mga members sa SB19, kinonta ko po siya kasi naalala ko po siya, si Ken, ayun. Yung first impression ko po sa kanya, parang
Why is so mad?
Natatawa rin si Ken kasi hindi rin siya naniniwala. Nagbago po nung dumating dito, tsaka Hindi, ano pa rin naman po siya. Siguro, may mga nabawasan lang po yung pagiging, siguro yung pagka-pursigido niya.
So you got lazy?
Late, ganyan po yung mga ganyan. Pero bumabalik na ngayon. Bago na po siya. Siguro, nandun lang po siya sa point ng realizations niya sa buhay. Siyempre, ng mga time na yun. Maraming pinagdadaanan.
Oo. Hindi, tsaka ganun, okay lang naman yan. Oo. Continuous evolution.
Oh my God! Weird na po ako sa kanya. Kasi parang iba po yung aura niya sa ibang mga tao. Parang gano'n. May sariling mundo lagi. Gano'n. Tapos bilang may gagawin.
Such a space as he's like explaining this.
Chihuahua. Tingnan mo taon gano'n. Yung first impression ko po sa kanya, hanggang ngayon, gano'n pa rin naman po.
So weird.
Yes.
Hanggang ngayon.
Up until now, gano'n pa rin po. Pero yun, mabait naman po si Sergio talagang. Pinanindigan niya naman po at nagkaroon po siya ng parang character
Pinanindigan.
talaga dun sa
Pinanindigan.
Si Justin po, yun ako nakita to. Oh, pogi.
Ooh,
Siguro mayaman.
so he had a crush.
Ganun po. Sabi ko po, pag yung mga usual po kasi, minsan kasi may aura po tayo. Gwapo ka, tapos parang, yun nga po, sumasayaw kayo mga ganyan. Usually kasi may konting aura na parang medyo pagkapayabang. So, kinakapa ko po yung ugali niya. Tapos nagulat po ako, mabait siya. Parang,
Bakit kinakapa?
Parang mabilis ka usap, gano'n. Tapos, ayun, nakasundo ka naman
Ganda
po.
nga ang aura nito eh.
Ayun po. Super nakasundo ka naman po si Justin up until now. Ikaw na, Ken.
Ako na ba?
Ano na? First impression and then,
First impression ko po kay Josh, mabait.
so ngayon,
So ngayon, mabait po siya na mayabang po natin.
explain, wag mo na okay na yun.
Okay.
Si Sejun, akala ko po hindi siya yung leader kasi nung first meet naming dalawa, bigla lang po siya pumasok tapos yung paa niya po nakapatong doon sa nakagaling po siya tapos may kinakain po siya ng itlog ba yun?
Bakit niya?
Opo, basta may baon, may sarili siyang baon, so nakagaling yung paa niya. Akala po,
Love you, Sejun! Comes full circle.
happy-go-lucky, pero siya po pala yung leader ng time. Nabigla po ako. Tapos si Stel po, di ko alam na siya pala yung main vocal po. Kasi akala ko magaling na talaga siya sumayaw. Kasi nakilala ko siya na sobrang galing niya sumayaw dati kasi
Magaling
nakilala
siya.
siya. Tapos siya po pala yung pinakamagandang boses at pinakamataas yung range.
Hanggang ngayon, ganun pa rin naman tingin mo
Yes
sa kanya.
po. Tapos si Justin
Yes po.
ganun pa rin po eh. Nung first impression ko po kay Justin, mabait, mainhin. Tapos ngayon, ganun pa rin po siya.
Mainhin?
Bago-bago po naman po.
In a good way ba yan?
Opo,
Kulit,
sa akin kasi
that's so
nagkukulit.
cute.
Ganun niya ako.
How about the other?
Si Josh po, madaldal.
First impression?
Opo.
Current impression?
Ganun pa rin po, mas lalo. Kasi syempre po, pag naging coach, mas naging comfortable, mas maraming dumadaldal.
Facts.
Si Ken naman po, hindi ko po alam, pero sobrang weird po niya. Weird from galing mo. Pero mas September 14 po, kakatapos na po.
Virgo.
Opo. Tapos si Ken
Not
naman
Miss
po,
Kring Kim
parang
nor her
lagi siyang
astrology.
masaya, hindi po siya binigay sa amin. Kumbaga kami
No
po
slide to the way
magkakasama.
to
Tapos siya lagi
that.
nakiwalay. Ganun pa rin naman po siya, pero mas nakakahalubilin na po namin siya ngayon. Si Stan, sobrang friendly po nung una ko siyang nakita.
Oh,
Friendly
stop.
talaga
He's
po,
so
ever
cute.
since. Hindi ko nga alam na magaling ka kumanta. Kasi nga, ano.
Tapos hanggang ngayon, gano'n naman po, parang siya po lagi yung mood setter, ganyan. Siya po yung nakikil namin. Si Justin po, parang pure, parang inosente. Pero nung nalaman ko, hindi po pala.
What?
People na...
Huwag mo explain ko bakit. Huwag mo explain ko
Ah,
bakit.
don't.
Stan.
Bilisan ko na lang po. Si Josh po, nung nakilala ko po to, parang mabait, mahinhin, ganun. Kinukuya-kuya ko po yan. Kuya Josh, ganun po, pag nakikita kami. Tapos sabi ko lang, mabait naman talaga ako.
Ako nagpaliwanag sa presinto ko nagpaliwanag.
Nung nakilala ko po siya, tapos nung naging kaklose ko na
Sa
po,
presinto.
ay, ganito pala to? Ay, ganito pala? Pero ano naman po, like, okay naman po, may sense naman po talaga. Lagi, lahat ng sinasabi niya. And ayun po, medyo may ano po siya, may yabang.
I don't
Kasi
see
may
him calling him Kuya Josh.
Kanina.
May mga bagay lang po siyang pinagyayabang pagka karapat dapat ipagyabang, parang gano'n.
Ah.
Sige naman po, nung na-meet ko to dati sa cover group, parang sabi ko, feeling ko mayabang to, parang gano'n po, mayabang to. Tapos, tumbling-tumbling ka pa dyan, gano'n. Tumbling-tumbling pa to.
Pwede, pinunta si Stel.
Just ganyan po talaga ang sound.
Kailan birthday mo?
June 16 po,
Oh my God, no wonder,
Tapos
a
ayun po sabi ko,
sister.
parang feeling
You're
ko mayabang to.
Gemini,
Tapos nakasama
oh
ko sa
my
photoshoot
God.
dati, parang pag naglalakad ang siga-siga sa ano po, sa dance practice sa Anda, ang siga niya po maglakad.
Anda, sir. Anda, Jim.
Anda, Jim, sabi ko, ang siga naman nito, kala mo naman sinong kagalingan. Ganon po ang tingin sa kanya. Pero nung nakilala ko po, ay, grabe, Ken. Nung nakilala ko po siya, naging mag-click po kami. Nung una, medyo nawiwirduhan po ako sa kanya, hindi ko siya naintindihan. Pero ngayon po, nagulat ako sa kanya, parang mas maharap po siya sa akin, ganon. Mas maligalig na po siya.
Kaya sabi niya, ikli lang daw. Ang haba nung sa'yo.
Sorry. Haba nun. Tapos si Sergio naman po, nung una, ginudge ko po kasi ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na lang siya nagagano. Isang sabi ko, kaya ginudge ko po siya, sabi ko, ano po? Di ba po, halimbawa po sana, nakatayo siya sa gilid, tapos may karinig kami biglang gagano. Tapos biglang gagano siya. Gagano po siya sa gilid. Nagdagway, nakaganyan palagi.
Why is it Drake all of a sudden?
Bato sa gilid.
What did he say to Drake?
Kaya sabi ko, dapat pa itong tropahin? Parang gano'n po. Tapos nung natira na po kaming lima, doon na po nag-start na parang nagkakakita.
Dapat ba tong tropa?
Personality niya lang pala yan, character niya lang
Ano
pala.
yun, parang sana inner GD, ganyan.
Pag nafe-feel ko po, mahilig po kasi magpatugtog ng music. Tapos, pag sa lugar, nagsasayaw ako or nagra-rap ako.
Opo, bigla na lang po.
Ganun po.
Why is it Drake?
Nakasaniba ng musical spirit.
Nasa need.
Ayun po. Tapos si Justin naman po, nung una ko po siyang nakita, sabi ko, typical guy.
Aray! Aray! Gemini judgmentalness!
Pogi, matangkad, tapos sumasaya. Tapos sabi ko, okay, parang magiging bagong friend, ganun. Pero hindi ko siya ganun pinapansin dati. Kasi parang bago lang po kasi siya eh. Ha? Tapos nung katagalan po nagulat ako.
I just gotta say, the sound is like louder than my earphones right now.
Dati, naging trainee na siya. Tapos hanggang sa naging mag-friends na lang kami bigla. Tapos nagulat ako na ganun pala siya, madaldal pala siya, ganun. Ayun po, same pa rin naman po, mabait, ganun.
Yun naman nag-trust naman si Justin. Nakapalakpak naman to si Ken, tapos na ba?
I love her as a host, man.
Si Sejun. Kay Sejun po, yun nga po katulad ng sinabi nila, para may sariling
I'm just gonna turn down
Opo. May sariling space. Kasi nung na-meet ko po siya, parang nag-perform siya. So, nagalingan agad ako, na-inspire ako na parang, ang galing niya mag-perform. Tapos, hanggang ngayon po, parang ganun pa rin naman po yung impression ko sa kanya. Tapos, kay Josh naman po, Wala, hindi ko alam paano
Wala.
pero yun nga po,
No
medyo,
impression.
Wala.
hindi ko po in-expect na medyo mayabang yung dating niya. Kasi
What is
nakikita ko
this?
na po sila sa mga cover group na nanonood po ako online dati. Tapos parang naisip ko nung sa online pa lang, parang mabait lang sila, ganyan po. Pero nung na-meet ko po siya, medyo parang may yabang ng onte, pero maangas, parang ganyan po. Pero ngayon po, parang ang nare-realize ko, parang tinatry niya lang maging maangas, pero deep inside, hindi talaga.
Softy pala, softy.
Oh, softy.
Nabutin ka pala eh.
Tapos po, kay Stel,
Aw.
ano po, parang ganun pa rin po, makwela, makakatawa. Kasi sa training po, may pwesto kami pag nagtitraining, tapos katabi ko po siya lagi. Lagi po siya nagpapatawa. E ako pumababaw yung kaligayahan ko. So, lagi lang tawa ng tawa sa kanya. Tapos, ayun po, hanggang ngayon naman po, ganun
Ganun
po
pa
siya.
rin siya.
Nag-lay low lang ng konti.
Oh, panina po, palakpakan na. Tapos na. Okay. Ay, hindi, tapos
Di
na.
ba? Kay Ken po.
Sorry, hindi pa.
Kay Ken po, first time ko lang po siya na-meet, galing siya sa probinsya, so hindi ko talaga siya maintindihan po. Parang kengkoy na may mayabang na paiba-iba po yung
He's like
parang
me.
impression ko sa
Because
kanya.
of his accent.
Opo, and pati po yung parang pananamit niya, actions, pati rin po yung pagsasalita niya.
Umpisa pa lang, sabi niya siya pinakamagaling sa
Oo, sabi niya po parang gano'n.
Tinanong siya ng teacher namin, sa tingin mo sino pinakamagaling sumayaw?
Ako!
Teka,
Love the confidence.
ako po, sinabi ko po talaga.
Ay, kung confident ka naman, bakit
Yes
hindi,
po,
di ba?
ang galing ko po talaga.
Period.
O, paiba-iba lang. Minsan mayabang, minsan kengkoy, tapos mayabang, kengkoy, ganyan, kung ano-ano po.
He said consistently.
Totoo na talaga to. Totoo na talaga. Now, let's move on to our...
Oh, that's it. Oh,
I forgot we're not watching the whole thing.
me too. But that was a really good segment to watch of whatever show that was.
I like that. It was.
That was so cute. You know, like, I feel like this is the most I've ever related with SB19.
Because of first impression stuff?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, not to take away from them, but like, this is literally, I started thinking of our first impressions of each other. We should probably share that. Because, like, okay, no shade, no tea, we're all in a dance group too. We've all known each other before that, before we were even in the dance group. You know what I mean? Most of the time, we've knew or met each other before we were in the dance group. So, I don't know, the whole time I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, they're literally just us. Except famous and I guess talented and rich. But like they're literally just us. Like, and also like their description of each other is like what I would imagine my first impression is of them.
Yeah, if we didn't know them. Yeah, and like you just like if you just met them and you just saw them, that would be the first you think you'd be like. I'm honestly more amazed that they still remember their first impressions of each other because most of the time I don't anymore. I have really bad memory.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of my first impressions.
Well, that's great because we're gonna play first impressions with the Tagapagtang goals. Yes, and of course, who we're gonna ask first, Angie. Angie, what was your first impression of me?
Of you, we met in Korean class. All I know is I remember you as the Himchan stan. That's all I know.
Shout out to the babies and the BAP fans out there if you don't know what that is.
You were the Himchan stan in the class, and I was like, huh, is this guy? Are we playing in the same team or something? Like, but then he's like, no, I'm straight. And I'm like, okay, then I guess not. And then everybody's asking me like, is Angel okay or straight? And I'm like, I know, I felt the same way, but no, it's straight. She pulled out the boys.
At the time, I definitely actually was.
Definitely did.
I actually definitely was. I definitely dated girls. I was into girls. It was a weird moment in my life. But it happened. It existed. We're gonna acknowledge
He
it.
was very confident that he was straight.
I was. I really was.
He really was.
Like-
and that was, even though in the back of my head I was like, maybe he just doesn't know.
Oh, 100%.
But if he says he is, then he is. Claire, I honestly don't remember when did we first meet each other. I feel like we just started hanging out, and then I don't remember when. I remember when we first met.
You do?
Oh,
Okay.
Is it a Pacific Mall? Yes! It was when you guys were practicing for a competition, and then I decided to go with Lena, I guess. Yes! First time I met the whole crew. Yes! And then on the spot, they were like, "Can you dance?" I'm like, and we were like, "Right now?"
Right now, as we speak.
I can't. And she was like, "Yeah," and we were like, "Yeah." I think my first impression of you were loud. And just very loud voice, loud personality, loud everything with the hair too. She had really short hair with the red. It was red short hair with
Yes.
almost like a buzz cut. Yeah.
Literally as red as her chair right now. Like, no joke. No
Yeah.
joke.
So yeah, I think it was like you were loud everything. Loud everything. And then you kind of intimidated
Loud
me because,
everything.
back then I was like, I'm shy and,
She was very like,
she was like, just like talagang Filipina, But yeah, I think that was it.
and Claire?
Talagang Filipina.
What was your first
Sorry.
impressions of us, Claire?
So like Angie said, like when we first met at Pacific Mall, I think my first impression was I was like, who is this person? Because like all I see from around the corner come with Dina was this girl with like, it wasn't short, but it was like this length hair of like almost the same as yours, yeah, bright neon pink, and I was like. And then I kind of got the hint of who this person was gonna be because I was like looking at Andrew, and I was like, she's like, yeah, and I'm like. So I was like, okay, I'm like, let's see if she can dance. And then I think like Angie got a little spooked because we were like, hey, can you dance? Yeah, that was you. You started that. I think it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
It was you?
She got there. I was like, no, I can't. I'm like, I'll send in my video. And she's like, I can't do it now. And I was like, you sure? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm sad. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll practice. And then for Enjo, so the first time I ever actually saw Enjo was during a competition. And we were going on stage. And you asked us, oh my God, aren't you guys doing Miss A?
Correction, that was the first time she noticed who I was. I'll tell you my first time I met you though.
Wait, what?
But what was your impression? What was your impression of me at the time? Because I remember what that was. That was HallYouCon.
Yes, that was HallYouCon.
HallYouCon 2013,
Well,
sorry.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, who is this person? I'm like, you like Miss A? And I was like, but we couldn't talk much because we had to go on stage. I was so pissed. I was like, and then everyone was like, oh my God, thank you. So in my head, I'm like, oh, they know this person. I don't know this person. I'm like, this person likes Miss A. Why is this person not in our group? Is this the Miss A one where you were performing at U of T with the midriffs? Oh, that was, it was the same, it was the same performance but different venue. It was at PCCA. Oh, okay.
HallYouCon, sis, HallYouCon.
HallYouCon.
You went to HallYouCon before at KCCA. It was every summer.
Oh.
That was.
See, with all the events, I'm like, I don't know which ones.
So I guess I'll go last. I'll start with Claire because we already talked about, we were just in the topic. That was the first time she remembers me, which is fine because your first impressions of people is how you first remember them.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that because I was so excited. I was in the crowd and I've always wanted to dance. I've always wanted to be like, I want to dance. I want to be on stage. I want to, you know. And I love Miss A. I still do. I love Miss A. I still love Miss A. And so when I saw their outfits, they were wearing all black leather, chains and everything. And I said, oh my God, y'all are doing Miss A. And I was shy, actually. I was scared to ask. But they were standing right beside my seat. I mean, like, right beside. Like, her cooch was, like, right here. So I'm like, Miss Cooch, are you guys performing? Are you guys performing Miss A? So yeah, that's her first impression of me. I was probably like super like, who is this? Like, you don't even know who it was. But my first impression of Claire was very different because that's not the first time I remember meeting Claire. The first time I met Claire was outside Pacific Mall. And I was with our friend Ramos, who got me into the group, and they had just finished, I believe, performing that same performance you guys met, or maybe the year after. And so I remember my friend Rambo saying, "Oh, I'm having a pool party at my house. You should come. My group's gonna be there. There's some guys there. There's another guy named Harney. He's like Chinese, Puerto Rican, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, yeah." And then we get to his car, and I had a different set of friends at the time. We didn't want to really go because when we met them and Claire was there, they were very evasive of us. So I thought she was a cold ass bitch. That's my first impression of Claire. We got there and she was definitely loud. She wasn't that loud, but she was loud. But she was not. They weren't even looking our way. We didn't exist. Like it was just.
Why do I not remember this pool party?
Because it wasn't at the pool party. It was at the parking lot.
It was still at the
Of
parking lot
Pimo.
where the event
And I
happened.
remember we
Yeah.
got there and me and my friend said, "Oh, I don't think we'll go. I think we'll like do our own thing. But like you guys have fun though," because he was already driving you guys and we didn't have any space in the car. So we're like, "It's fine. You guys go ahead." So that was my first impression of Claire. Also short red hair. I was like, "She's a bitch. I'll never be friends with her." But you know what? The thought wasn't too far from with Angie. It's not that she was a bitch, but we met in Korean class. And Angie back then was a super, well, I guess she still is now, but not to me. So in general, to me, no. But at the time, she was super duper quiet. As in, she'll only really talk to like Rousine, like her friend. And she'll talk to people, but like not unless you really approach her.
I wasn't gonna engage in conversations. No.
So we were friends, but we were acquaintances, I would say, at the time. Like, she was around because I was around. We were in Korean class every Saturday, and then we would go out after, so, like, we would have plans.
Sure.
But my thought was, yeah, I'm never going to be close with her. That was my impression of her. Because she was like... We were very different.
opposite.
We were very different. I mean, I was a different person at the time, clearly. She was a different person at the
Very,
time.
clearly.
So, like, you can imagine those two were just... Our personalities back then would not have matched. Honestly,
No.
so these two I'm really close with now. These are bitches I never thought I'd be friends with. 2013. So like, yeah.
I never saw myself being friends with people with really strong personalities. But here I am.
Here you are, strong personality and strong odors.
I'm surprised you guys are still friends with me.
Oh, bitch, we could never not be. Claire. Here's what I'll say about Claire. She has a stronger personality. She has a softer personality than she likes to show. And
you
it was
kinda have to
worse
see
back then.
Past the strong
Yes.
personality.
Back then, Claire was
Everything
a
else?
lot more guarded with how vulnerable her emotions were back then. So that's why we weren't that close. That's why
Back then?
back then. Well, before this gets too deep, I want to thank you guys for watching. Before this gets too deep, and I guess too long, it's probably really long now. Thank you for watching. If you watched this long, thank you for listening to our stories, even though this was an SB19 reaction.
Nobody asked, but
Here you are. We're giving
Here it
it.
is.
This is the SB19 at Tagapagtanggo's first impressions reaction video. I hope you guys like this reaction that we had during the video, not after.
actually, wait, here, guys, comment below what your first impression of us was.
Oh, I'm scared.
Um,
Not the hate comments. I'm kidding. Not me having to sift through hate comments the whole time. Just don't call me a fag. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
end
No.
the video.
Yeah, comment down below, guys. I hope you have a great day. See you in the next reaction video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.